Oh, right. Where do you want to, you have a place in mind?
Best.Buy? It's close.
Let's go to Best Buy.
Cool.
Okay, so we are off to the races. Well, not really the races, just Best Buy, which I'll admit I haven't been in a while because normally I just buy from them online. But it's always nice to drop in and see what's new in the world of tech. And it's perfect weather out here in Chicago, and Best Buy is just a short drive away. I'm most interested in Microsoft's new Copilot Plus PC Surface, which was released last month. As discussed, when buying a laptop, you'll want to focus on your specific needs and workflow and your budget, but it's also good to give yourself a little future proofing. Additionally, you'll want to consider the laptop's weight, screen size, battery life, USB Thunderbolt ports, manufacturer warranty, to name a few. I know that sounds like a lot, but we'll walk through some of those attributes with various manufacturers and see what we have in our wallet and sort of go from there. And here we are. Welcome to Best Buy. Let's mosey on over to the Windows PC area. And we'll have offerings from Samsung, Asus, Alienware, which is Dell, HP, and of course, Windows Copilot PC. First up, we have Windows Copilot plus PC Surface Edition 7, Surface Laptop Edition 7. Copilots plus PC were released last month, June 18th. The new laptops feature better AI integration within Windows thanks to their new AI assistant named Copilot. This 15-inch model measures diagonally about 15 inches, has pricing from $12.99 for a 256 gig model to $16.99 for the 1 terabyte model, all having the same 16 gigabyte RAM, 2 USB-C ports, and 1 USB-A port, and a proprietary power adapter. And here we are on their Surface website, which will give us more details. The 15-inch model claims up to 22 hours of battery life with Windows built-in media player, and the 13.8-inch claims 20 hours. Both models are actually touchscreens with built-in 1080p cameras as well as microphones, and both feature Wi-Fi 7 for internet. The 15-inch is just over 3.5 pounds, and the 13.8-inch is almost 3 pounds. More significantly, these new Surfaces have the new ARM-based Qualcomm Snapdragon Elite X processors, which is quite the mouthful. ARM-based processors have been a staple in mobile phones since 1993, powering both the massively popular Nokia 6110 mobile phone, as well as Apple's Newton, if you can believe that. Today, 99% of smartphones are powered by ARM-based processors, as well as tablets, because they consume much less power, which means improved battery life and greater efficiency. ARM-based technology has also been powering Apple's iMacs and laptops since 2020 with the introduction of the extremely successful M1 chip. ARM-based processors consume less power, produce less heat, and as a result need less internal cooling, which equates to better battery efficiency and lighter weight, making them ideal for powerful laptops like Apple's latest MacBook Air and MacBook Pro, with both feature the recent M3 chip. Next up, we have the Dell XPS 13 with a 13.4-inch display and an Intel-based processor going for $13.99. Interestingly, this laptop features a borderless touchpad, which I'm not sure that I'm a fan of. I'm sure I would get used to it, but what do you all think about this low-profile aesthetic layout? Would take some getting used to, I'm sure. If you're more of a bordered touchpad person and also prefer a touch screen display, we have the Dell Inspiron 2-in-1 laptops with 16 gigabytes of RAM and options of 512 gigabyte and 1 terabyte of storage, costing $549 or $699 respectively. They both have an SD card reader, 2 USB Type-A ports, an HDMI port, 2 USB Type-C ports. The battery life, according to the Dell, is between 11 and almost 14 hours, and they weigh in at almost 3.5 pounds. On to the HP Envy 16-inch Touch 2-in-1, which is available in 3 flavors starting at $899 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabyte storage up to $1349.99 with a killer 32 gigabytes of RAM and a massive 2 terabyte SSD for storage. These all feature a 16-inch touch display, weigh 4.14 pounds, and have the same port offerings as the Dell Inspiron. I also wanted to look at this M16R2 Alienware laptop, which, with its higher-end dedicated RTX 4070 graphics card and 16-inch display, is really more designed as desktop replacement. 3 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C, and an HDMI, as well as a Thunderbolt for connecting to external monitors. What's more is it has a very reasonable 10 hours and 14 minutes of battery life. A larger option is the M18R2 with an 18-inch display, Intel Core i9 processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a terabyte of storage, and weighs 8.8 pounds. It's available for $24.99 or $27.99, depending on the dedicated graphics card you select. And an honorable mention to these entry-level offerings if you're only needing something to search the web, do emails, and some document work, with prices ranging from $149 to $749. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. We saw a lot of different pricing options with various resources and pricing from different manufacturers. But I'm going to head home, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe to Mackie Tech and like this video. If you have a business project, please go to mackietech.org and click on the Hire Us button, and we'll see you next time.